My dieting divas are 2 days away from our final weigh-in. We're on a 2-week quest to drop a dress size, sticking to 1,200 calories a day. But it's not all about calorie counting. We've been re-educating ourselves to eat more healthily. It's Sunday dinner at Bev's, and she's invited Lizzie and Pam round to try Matt Dawson's skinny roast.
You know what? It's the gravy I'm looking for. That gravy is delicious.
It was worth waiting for.
This is lovely, Beverly.
And with the last weigh-in looming, gone are the days when these 3 ladies would pile their plates up.
That is enough. I'm not hungry.
It's a decent dinner to have, isn't it?
And also it's nice to sit here and feel like not guilty.
Yeah.
Because I always think after a Yorkshire and all that kind of trimmings, I think, oh God.
Do I want pudding? I don't think I do.
And the girls can feel even more chuffed, as tonight was a sober affair thanks to the booze ban. Something Bev's still getting used to.
I think I could have just killed a nice glass of red with my dinner, but I'm over that now.
As we've seen, 1,200 calories can add up to a lot more than a mouthful. In fact, that's enough for some delicious meals. For breakfast, have some muesli with a sprinkling of fruit. Lunch, a healthy and delicious prawn and avocado salad. And a filling quick Chilean rice for dinner. Plus a natural low-fat yoghurt for dessert. All this for just 1,200 calories. For information on the diet and to find out whether it's suitable for you, head to channel4.com/food. Father Bill is a missionary with a mission. He's been hooked on cola for years and consumes up to 2 litres of the sweet nectar every single day. He's now on a 6-week programme to give up his precious cola, and a trip to his local gives him a chance to put his plan into practice.
May I have a bottle of cola with ice, please? Yes.
Clinical psychologist Henk van Bilsen has instructed Father Bill to interrupt his habitual drinking by sipping natural juice and water before every sip of cola.
It's a small strategy to bring about changes in the addictive behaviour without really changing it too much.
The taste in my mouth is different, so it robs me of the satisfaction that I get from the cola.
This small step is already having a big impact on Father Bill's habit.
I see the benefits in it, and in fact, I would guess over the course of the weekend, I've reduced the cola consumption by about 50%.
To keep him heading in the right direction, Father Bill has come to see dietitian Ursula Philpott so she can show him just how dangerous his excessive cola consumption could be.
One of the problems day to day with having a lot of sugary drinks is that they pick you up energy-wise. They'll give you a boost because they contain a lot of sugar and a lot of caffeine. The problem is that just a short time after drinking them, your mood will drop again because the caffeine will crash and your blood sugars will crash. So you tend to get this roller coaster effect over the day.
And Ursula's got some stark facts about why Father Bill's health is at risk if he continues to consume cola in such vast quantities.
If we take 1 bottle of cola, then it's around 1/3 sugar.
That's a good representation of my kidney.
And quite frankly, it's enough to put us all off reaching for that cold can.
If you look at your daily intake of around 2 litres of fizzy drinks, then that contributes a whopping 800 calories a day, which is actually 1/3 of your daily intake of calories just from sugar. If you add that up over a year and turn that into stones and pounds in terms of weight gain, it could potentially add up to around an extra 6 stone weight gain a year.
Shocked by Ursula's revelation, Father Bill is determined.
If I start with the commitment that I am achieving this and I'm going to do it, I'm proud of what I've done so far.
I've been looking into how the food industry helps fatten us up. And tonight I've seen how our bodies are pre-programmed to react to sugar, fat and salt, making a lot of junk food irresistible. Dr. David Kessler is the former head of the Food and Drug Administration in the US. He was the first man to take on the tobacco companies, and now he's set his sights on the food industry.
Back 30, 40 years, What was the most salient stimuli for many people? It was tobacco. It was cigarettes. That hijacked our brains. Today, what's the most salient stimuli for millions of people? It's food. That's hijacking our brains. We now know that fat and sugar can stimulate the brain's neural circuitry like amphetamine and cocaine.
Kessler believes that food manufacturers are deliberately manipulating ingredients to trigger a brain high, a rush that he calls the bliss point.
The food industry has optimized food to achieve the maximal bliss point. They've constructed food to get us to keep on eating. It's just this momentary hit. It's this momentary rush, and then you try to chase it again. We always knew that drugs can hijack our brains. Now we know that fat, sugar, and salt, when put together in the right combinations, can do the same.
In a sense, is it not our fault that we're getting fat?
For the first time, we can tell people it's not their fault. We've never explained that to people. But just because it's not your fault doesn't mean you shouldn't take steps to protect yourself. If you can change your relationship with food in the long term, that's the new type of learning that's so essential to maintaining a healthy weight.
Opening our eyes to the power of the multi-million-pound food industry is a crucial step for taking control of our diets and what we're eating.
If there's one thing I've learned, temptation is everywhere, and we're not even necessarily aware of how we're being manipulated. But we don't have to fall prey to the food industry. At the end of the day, we can make the choice not to get fat.
Our 100-calorie club continues to pull in the punters, curious to see just what you get when your food is packed into handy 100-calorie portions.
For dinner, I have pasta. I'm going to have, what, a small bowl full? I've got 2, 4, 6 pieces of pasta there. That's a bit measly. I think I'd be a bit disappointed.
I didn't think that the Mars bar you would be able to have that much of a Mars bar.
It may be the most important meal of the day, but behind some innocent-looking breakfast lurks a calorific catastrophe. But just how easy is it to tell?
Hazel, breakfast. How'd you feel about it?
Hungry.
Is it your favourite meal of the day? Are you into it?
Yeah. Good breakfast is important to me.
OK.
Would you know the calories of these 5 popular breakfasts? We want our lucky punter to rank them according to their calorific value. There's a Sainsbury's muesli muffin, a Starbucks cinnamon swirl, a bacon and egg McMuffin, a yoghurt and fruit compote from Eat, and a good old bacon butty.
In at number 5, so the highest calorie food, what would you go for?
Muffin. Definitely the muffin.
OK, so Hazel, second highest calorie food, please.
I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I think it's...
Your cinnamon swirl?
Yeah, lots of sugar, lots of fat.
Number 3, what would you go for out of what's left?
The muffin. I think that's fairly fatty.
The second lowest in calories, what would you go for?
This is a tough one, actually, because I think one's probably a bit of a decoy. I'm going to go for this. That's quite fatty.
OK, so that leaves you with the lowest calorie food as the homemade bacon sandwich.
Definitely. And my favourite.
OK. Is anybody worried by Hazel's choices?
I think the yoghurt will have more than that.
You think the yoghurt's probably a little bit higher up in the...
I doubt it's low-fat yoghurt.
OK, should we do a bit of a swap then?
Oh, she's influenced. Influenced by opinion. OK, I can reveal the results. You are all right in that the lowest calorie food is the homemade bacon sandwich.
The humble bacon sarnie. Turns out it's not the worst breakfast you could have, with just 254 calories.
Second in, you're absolutely right, with the McDonald's egg and bacon McMuffin.
Wait a McMinute! At 340 calories, this isn't the top of the chart.
In at number 3, shockingly, you're absolutely right, with the Eat yoghurt and fruit compote.
It's the granola, the oats. They're very sugary, aren't they?
Yoghurt and fruit compote may sound healthy, but it's heavy on the calories, piling in at 366.
You, once again, have got number 4 right, which is the Starbucks cinnamon swirl.
On the dietary charge sheet, the cinnamon swirl looks innocent, but 434 calories says guilty as charged.
This is a woman that knows her breakfast and likes her breakfast, because at number 5, the most calorific food is the Sainsbury's muesli muffin.
Yeah,
you knew?
Yeah, I avoid them like the plague.
Yep, surprisingly, that's right. The breakfast with the highest calorific value is the muesli muffin with a whopping 447.
Hazel, I'm absolutely stunned.
So they might suck you in with healthy-sounding ingredients like muesli, but watch out, dieters, for those hidden extra calories. This 1,200 calorie a day diet is designed to be followed for just 2 weeks. But along the way, we're picking up healthy eating habits, and we're all learning that exercise helps banish the bulge by burning extra calories. With the alcohol exiled, my divas are finding an alternative to their fun-filled nights on the booze.
No alcohol in sight, and we're bowling.
While somebody is actually bowling, the rest have got to pick up and exercise.
With Debbie under the weather and Bev looking after her daughter, it's just 4 birds battling the balls and the ban on booze.
Tonight, I am not missing my Bacardi at all. Converted!
And all this healthy living is affecting more than just their waistlines.
Oh, well done, Lizzie! You know, when you eat rubbish, you feel rubbish. And that's what I've learned over this 2 weeks. When you don't eat the rubbish, you don't feel so bad.
With 1 day to go till the final weigh-in, will all this effort show on the scales?
I've got to get into that dress. Can you imagine if that dress doesn't fit me tomorrow? I am so worried. I know I'm not going to sleep tonight. I am so worried about that, you know.
Still to come on my big fat diet show. Has Father Bill beaten the bottle?
Any soft drinks at all? May I please have...
And it's time for the final weigh-in. Will we all have dropped that dress size in just 2 weeks?
God, I'm so nervous for the first time ever.